What's good, everybody? I hope you are having a great weekend so far. Hit the gym and are just relaxing and enjoying the rest of the day, doing whatever you have to do, like whatever you do on the weekends, whether it's laundry or just watching or catching up on some shows or whatever it is. Now, this supplement that I do want to review for you guys and bring to your attention. For me, honestly, it's been one of the pre-workouts or thermogenic powdered pre-workouts to go to on a daily basis. Yes, daily meaning this one doesn't have any illicit ingredients in here, so you can use this potentially every single day of the week. So for me, I just want to jump right into the review for the new Panda Burn MAX by PandaSupps. Now, I personally bought this one out of pocket, and I literally read up on this exact pre-workout, different flavor for the Black Friday deal that they did run, just because I know that Panda does this, does great with all their supplements, but I was looking for a powder thermogenic that was a daily driver, or I can take every day of the week without having any side effects, from the stims. You might be too stimmed out on the weekday, and for me, I gotta work, so I don't like feeling like that, especially if I gotta meet with supervisor or something or anybody over a video chat, whatever it is. So for me, I picked this one up, and this pre-workout came out before I got put on the list, and there is a list that you have to go on. So if for all my wrestling fans, I got put on the Panda list, not on the Jericho list. So a little cheap plug, but regardless, I'm on the list now, and we'll be reviewing their new non-stim thermogenic Panda Burn that just dropped. I got it in the mail the other day, and I have one more flavor to try out, and then I'll drop the review, which will be tomorrow. But coming back to this Panda Burn MAX, now this one, honestly, I felt like it did need an upgrade, and and Panda did listen and give it to us at the same time. Now, the reason why I say it needed an upgrade was because the previous version did have CLA, and I believe like one or two other ingredients, but the CLA really stuck out to me because the CLA was powdered. Normally, when I had any experience with CLA, I would take the capsules. But every time I opened the tub, it smelled like a plastic smell. So if you guys know what CLA smells like, it smells a little bit like plastic, and it doesn't taste that good either when it's either in the capsule or powdered form at at the same time. So it's just like, ugh. So that was the only thing that really kind of steered me away from the original Panda Burn. But now with the Panda Burn MAX that we got right here, this one, first of all, brand new label right here. We got Max written on top, but also the design did change a little bit more. We got a like a holographic um, design right here compared to the other one that was like a matte finish. So I do like that. That we're aside from the new formula, they did step up the tub design. All right, so before I jump into this new ingredient profile, let's jump into the flavor. And this one is a blue raz rock candy. Right here, you got the blue raspberry right here, and you got a little bit of a candy design on it. So if you've ever tried those little sour, I think it's like nerd flavored little ball candies that they sell, that's like the best one I can describe. It does taste like a blue raz nerd candy more than anything, and you barely taste any ingredient at all because it does have vital burn and some other fat burning ingredients. So excuse me for that you might get a little taste at the end, but that's about it. But you will get 95% blue raz rock candy, and then like at the end you will get like a gritty taste of that mito burn and the other thermogenic ingredients. But regardless, it's only 5%, meaning you will only taste it for a little bit, and then you're good to go. So rating this flavor, for me, and might have a little bias because I do like anything sour. So for me, I would definitely pick this flavor up. But I do have I think the other one is like a peach mango flavor that I have coming in, excuse me. in the next couple days, just because my brother actually picked up an order and said, "Hey, do you want me to pick you up something?" And I was like, "Yes." Pick me up another tub of the Panda Burn Max, but a different flavor. I believe they have like another one. I think it's like a pink lemonade or something around that realm. But you could go on the website and decide which flavor is best for you. And then, if anything, once I try that flavor out, I will drop a quick short and an IG post. So if you just follow me on Instagram, you can see it there, and if you follow me on YouTube, you can see the short right here. Now, let's get into the quick breakdown that they do have on the side of the label before we hit the entire ingredient profile. Now, we are getting 8 grams of Fibersol, trademark name. We are getting 2 grams of carnitine. Now, carnitine is one of the most researched ingredients for fat burning in general. So I do like seeing that in here. Fibersol is a trademark ingredient. I don't know too much about it, but if Panda put it in here, you already know it's going to be working. And we also are getting 250 milligrams of Burn. So that is a big ass dose of Burn for us to help us just on a weight loss journey, and the thermogenic effects you will feel. Keeping it a book with you guys. So let's move on to the rest of the ingredient profile. Now we are getting a 1 scoop serving size at 16 grams. For me, I felt like it was a very light scoop at that amount. Like, I know some people like compare it to like other products that they want like 12 or less, but 16 grams was pretty light. And between 16 to 20 ounces, you'll be good to go with water. Anything less than that, you will be tasting this Blue Rad's rock candy. So a little bit more sour will have you squinting a little bit, but keep it between 16 and 20 ounces, and you'll be good. Following that, we are getting 25 servings, so you will have this Panda Burn Max for this Panda Burn Max Thermogenic for 25 days. You can take it back to back. I've literally gone like, I think it was like 6 days straight, which was the most that I did. And it didn't have any negative side effects with the sleep or anything like that. So you can have this and take this every single day for the entire month. If you don't believe me, look at how almost empty this tub is. And look, you can still see a little bit of the smoke coming out of the powder because it's pretty good, meaning that it's not going to clump up either. Now, we are getting calories in here. It does give you a disclaimer. You are getting 20 calories per serving, which is not bad at all. I don't mind 20 calories. You burn that off like, in the first 15 minutes while you're in the gym. Now, we are getting total carbohydrates, 8 grams, dietary fiber at 7 grams, vitamin B1, 1.8 milligrams, vitamin B3 as niacin at 16 milligrams, vitamin B12, uh, vitamin B3 as niacin at 16 milligrams, vitamin B6 at 3 milligrams, vitamin B12 at 20 micrograms, vitamin B5 at 65 milligrams, some choline at 300 milligrams. Now, I love choline because it adds to the euphoric effect of the pre-workout. So if you just have caffeine, then it just adds a nice some stimulatory effect to the caffeine. To continue on with the rest of the label, we are getting some chromium at 100 micrograms, some potassium at 150 milligrams. Now let's get into this new ingredient profile and why you should actually pick this one up and keep it in rotation. So we are starting off with the Fibersol trademark name -2 and non-GMO soluble corn fiber. We are getting it at 8,000 milligrams. Following that, we are getting some Actio L-carnitine HCl at 1,000 milligrams. So that is a lot in there, just to give us like to increase that fat burning property and also help us get rid of that fat that's stuck to the side of our stomachs. And now following that, we are getting some L-tyrosine at 1,000 milligrams, some choline L-bicitrate at 375 milligrams, a hefty dose of the choline L-bicitrate. Love to see that in here. adds to the nootropic effect, like I said earlier. And we are getting my favorite focus ingredient slash nootropic, some alpha GPC, yielding at 50% at 300 milligrams. So I got to keep it a buck with you guys. You are going to be in the zone, but not too stuck like you're going to be like looking at the wall or anything like that. But you will be feeling very sharp and very focused in the gym. Now, following that, we're getting some caffeine anhydrous at 300 milligrams. Now, I love this because they did not change the caffeine dosage from the original Panda Burn to this new Panda Burn Thermogenetic Panda Burn MAX, whatever you want to call it. Um, so what I did like about this is that the caffeine did not change from the original Panda Burn to the new Panda Burn Max. Now, 300 milligrams is enough and is well sourced, so you will be feeling every milligram of it from the moment you start working out until you get home. And it does last about, I believe, like 3 to 4 hours before it starts dying down. Now we are getting some bitter orange extract at 300 milligrams. Now I did see this one in the Panda Skull. I think it was in the Panda Skull. They used it in another ingredient profile for PandaSupps products, so it is a popular ingredient. Now, following that, we are getting another fat burning ingredient, which is Mito Burn, trademark name, at 250 milligrams. So let's move on to the next ingredient, and we are getting some raspberry creatine in here at 200 milligrams. Now, I love seeing that in here just because it brings me back to the OG days when I first was introduced to the gym in 2012 with my friends, and actually was lifting and actually knew what I was doing. Because before I just used to just go and do some cardio, lift a couple weights, and do push-ups, but it really wasn't like dialed in like before. And that reminded me of like going into GNC and the vitamin shop when they had those OG formulas, and some companies did have that raspberry creatine in their fat burners. So I was like, hey, Panda probably was like, hey, we gotta throw it in the new version. And I love that because it bring back an OG memory from back in the day when I first started, like just thinking about fitness in general. Now, following that, we are getting some cocoa butyrol, trademark name for cocoa extract at 100 milligrams. And following that, we are getting some calf extend, trademark name for caffeine long acting beadlet 50 50N at 100 milligrams. So I guess that's another form of extended caffeine. Now that I believe it has a yield about like I think it's like 50 to 75%. So we are getting a little bit more than 300 milligrams of caffeine, but it really doesn't feel anything more than 300 milligrams of caffeine, if that makes sense, guys. Basically, you won't be like too stimmed up with caffeine. No, you'll just be awake. And don't be scared of that extra 100 milligrams that you see here on this label. And the last ingredient in here is another nootropic slash fat burning ingredient, and it is huperzine A extract at yield 1% at 10 milligrams. So that is the entire ingredient profile. Honestly, just by looking at this ingredient profile, I was like, I knew Panda stepped it up. And the moment I did not see CLA, I was like, thank you, PandaSupps. Thank you, whoever told them take out the CLA, because that smell was just really nasty, and it did stay on the tongue for a little bit. But now let's get into the experience of this Panda Burn Max. So for me, initially I thought, okay, CLA is out. Like, what else? Like, how can these ingredients stack up together to give me, better results, more of a thermogenic effect in the gym? And honestly, I got surprised. Between 15 to 20 minutes, I honestly started feeling my body warm up. And then I started feeling the caffeine, and then, the focus. So for me, I feel like because they kept it like a little similar to the old formula by not adding too many ingredients, and also not adding betas or pumps, which I do like, because that means that I get to stack whatever I want on this when it comes to pump formula. And let's say I want to stack like the maniacal pump or something else on there, I can pick and choose and play mad scientist with that. And sometimes if you want to take a break from the betas but not from the stems, this is perfect for that. And I only say sometimes because some people love betas and they have to have betas every day. For me, sometimes when I don't feel the betas on a pre-workout that has betas, I'm like, okay, now I gotta take a little break and maybe take a pre-workout that doesn't have it to flush out and then feel the betas again. Now, for me, when it hits 30 minutes, that's when everything really starts like coming together and ramping up at the same time. And for me, I could take this either for lifting weights or cardio, but regardless, whatever you choose to do will get you the most benefits and more, because this will warm up your body to the point that you will continue to sweat while you're walking out the gym to your car, and potentially another 10 to 15 minutes while you're at your house. But it all depends on how hard you go. Now, if you're going to do a quick 45 to hour workout, you will feel the thermogenic effects, but you will feel warm throughout the rest of the day. Every time I did try this one, I honestly had a great experience in the gym. Sorry, my dog is there. Yeah, he wants to be in the room. Kept scratching at the door. I'm like, let me just open it. So excuse me for that. So coming back to the Panda Burn MAX, every time I try out the Panda Burn MAX, it hits the same and it keeps giving me that same thermogenic effect. And I do feel the L-carnitine in here and the mitoburn, like with the raspberry creatine, having a great thermogenic effect. But more the L-carnitine, because it literally like dried my lips a little bit. So it has that like I needed to drink water. Basically, I was drying out. That's how I felt. So whether you are choosing to work out and just do weights with the Panda Burn Max and lose some additional calories by warming up your body and sweating it out, or potentially just doing straight cardio, however long you want to go running, or switch it up and do the elliptical, the bike, Stairmaster, Stair Climber, whatever it is, or Jacob's Ladder, because I know that is a new one that is in my Crunch Fitness, and honestly, I'm scared to try that one, but it looks appealing. And also an additional thing that I would like to add, that if you take the Panda Burn Max and after your workout you are cooling off and you go into the sauna, oof, it will take the thermogenic effects to the next level and you will be sweating profusely more than ever. So all around, guys, the Panda Burn Max is a great daily thermogenic pre-workout that you can take back to back days and not have any negative side effects. It won't affect your sleep. It won't affect you throughout the day at all. It doesn't have any illicit ingredients in here that will impair you to do your job or function at any point throughout your day. So for me, I count that as a big W. So I highly recommend this Panda Burn Max. And like I said, I already ordered another one um, with my brother's order, and it's a different flavor. But regardless, it is going to stay in rotation moving forward. And I would like to add that my mom loved this one as well. So she's actually helping me kill this tub, which is something amazing. I haven't seen her stick to a pre-workout like this for a while. I think the last one was like the OG Stem Thug. So if this review intrigued you by any way to pick up the new Panda Burn Max by PandaSupps without the CLA, without that CLA odor from the OG formula, then you can head over to PandaSupps.com and use my discount code WFS for 25% off your entire order and pick up all the flavors that you want, because I'm telling you, once you pick up one, you will not want to go back. And I'm going to repeat it again. I already read up on another Panda Burn Max and it's headed my way. So honestly, what else is there to say? But I'll see you on the next supplement review.